I have a question for you. Now, the question I have for you guys is, what is that one video game that made you throw your controller towards the TV or across the room or across the universe the most? There's a couple games that made me do that growing up. I mean, there was games on the Super Nintendo that made me do that, the Sega Genesis. There's one game in particular that made me do it a lot, Mega Man X on the Super Nintendo. But I have to tell you, the game that I chose for this question was a fighting game. And that is from the Super Nintendo, that is Street Fighter 2. This game drove me nuts. Balrog kind of pissed me off a little bit, but never really made me throw the controller because I could always get past him. Once I got to Vega and Sagat, and then freaking Bison. Here's the reason why it always made me throw the controller. I would always play the game on hard. I mean, I always want the most challenge I can get from a game. I would always be able to get through the game with guile, you know what I mean? Sonic Boom and Flash Kick was all I needed. 2 moves, all I needed. And of course, a little backhand move he'd do, he'd be like, "Fwah, fwah, blah." That's all I needed. 3 moves. That would be enough to get me to Bison. I'd get past the annoying as hell Vega, the guy that would like climb the walls and he'd be like, oh, blah, 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 and then jump down on you or whatever. And then of course Sagat, who would just be like, tiger, 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 uppercut. I mean, oh my God. I would have to say I probably threw the controller a couple times playing against Sagat. I get to Bison, I beat the whole game with Guile, the American dream, the American superstar, and I would get to Bison and he would kick my ass every time. Now for some reason I couldn't get past Bison with Guile, so then the most random character of all time that you would ever guess that I would select Zangief. Yeah, the giant ape-looking dude who looks like a professional wrestler with a giant patch of hair in the center of his chest who did like professional wrestling body slam moves and stuff. Literally, I would select Zangief and do like a jumping drop kick, I guess if you want to call it, over and over and over again on M. Bison. I would just keep jumping towards him with his drop kick and then it would win. And I would feel just so terrible. I'd feel hollow inside. I don't know what to say. It would just feel so hollow because I wanted to beat the damn game with Guile. I can't tell you how many times M. Bison made me throw that freaking controller through the television. Anyway, I want to know what your guys' choice is for what was your game growing up that made you throw that controller towards the television the most. Now, I know there's games notorious for being difficult, like the Mega Man games, obviously, and newer gen games like the Dark Souls series. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. What are you doing? Leo the Video Game Guy, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace!